Hi everyone, welcome back to the Casual Watch Review channel. So this week I've got a watch review for us, and this is actually a brand that I've not reviewed before, which is all the more weird because this watch, this IWC watch, actually belongs to my dad. So they were over here visiting me in California for the holiday season, and I actually got to review my dad's watch, so took the opportunity whilst he was here. So this isn't the most famous IWC, which is the Portuguese, but this is a pilot's watch. It's actually the Mark 17, and it's a reissue from a watch that I believe was in circulation around the Second World War. But anyway, let's turn the camera around and we'll have a close-up look at this great watch. I've actually put my white gloves on today. I know that some of you don't like the white gloves and some of you don't mind them, but it's extremely reflective, and I've already had to reshoot this because I've got like fingerprints on it and stuff. So we'll just keep them on for the time being, and then we'll do some close-ups of it anyway. So what you're looking at here is the IWC Mark 17 or the XVII, or IWC's proper part number for it is IW326501, and it's actually a reimagining of an earlier IWC, or a reimagining of a previous IWC watch, which was actually produced after the Second World War. So it's a pilot's watch, so there's certain criteria that IWC have for a pilot's watch, one of which is that it's anti-magnetic, so it's actually got an inner soft iron core to the movement to actually protect it from magnetic fields from radar and radio and things like that, which is pretty interesting there. Not sure how you'd probably use that in every day, but certainly would help you against magnetic fields coming from laptops or speakers or things like that we sort of encounter in everyday life. And you know, magnetism is something that does affect watches. So if you've got a watch that runs fast or slow, you know, outside of its normal bounds, it could be that it is actually magnetized. So this is actually a larger size than the IWC that it's inspired from. So this is actually a 41mm size case here with a 11mm thickness. So let's just check that. So we've got the 41-ish there, and then we should have on here, yeah, 11-ish thickness. Actually, it's got a domed sapphire, so it's probably 11mm actually from the center. And while we're on the sapphire here, it's anti-reflective coating, and also it has like a special seal that IWC put on it inside it so that it can actually prevent itself against sudden changes in pressure. Sorry about the reflection here. I'm trying my best to not get a reflection on the light here. So it is classed as a pilot's watch, but it certainly has that field watch element sort of look to it as well. It's got a screw down crown here, so it is a hand wind movement, this. And the movement is IWC's caliber 30110, which is actually based on the ETA 2892, but they do a lot of additional work to the movement as well, so that's why they give it their own caliber. So flipping around to the back here, we've got just very simple case back. We've got International Watch Company there, and we've got Flieger, and then this interesting case back here where you can see where the tool goes in, but that's quite interesting the way that does it, and that's actually machined in there. And then just going on to the strap here, it actually says IWC on the strap. So the strap is like this sort of like embossed crocodile leather rather than it being actual crocodile leather. So just moving around to the face here, so there's actually lume is on the 12, the 3, the 6, and the 9 o'clock position. It looks from this angle that maybe all of the numbers might be lumed, but actually it's only those markers that are lumed, and the hands as well. So if we look just closer, we can see it's got this very distinctive sort of date design here. So it's actually showing us yesterday and tomorrow's date, with the red hand obviously pointing at the date for today, so quite a distinctive design. I mean, I really like the size of this. I certainly like bigger watches, so this is it compared against a the Fortis Classic Cosmonaut there. So on the dial here, we've got these speared hands as well. So it's very distinctive. There's no messing about. This is a watch for telling the time. It's, you know, it's like an instrument. They're, you know, exactly pointing at the time here, very sharp on there. And then we've got this really nice looking white second hand going around there. So now IWC is a subsidiary of the Richemont Group, but it was originally founded in 1868 by an American engineer called Florentine Aristo Jones. And his intention was to combine the craftsmanship of the Swiss watchmaking industry with the new technology that was coming out of the US. And his intention was to make these watches for the American market. And at the time, wages in Switzerland were relatively low, although there was a ready supply of skilled watchmakers, most of which actually worked from home. So IWC produced the big pilot watch for navigational use by the German Air Force. And then in 1948, IWC introduced the legendary Mark 11 for the British Royal Air Force, the watch that this model is based on. In all instances, these watches bore black dials with bold, luminous white Arabic numerals, so they were clearly legible by the pilots in the cockpit. Now, if we just kind of turn the watch round now, I'll just show you this distinctive IWC buckle on there as well, which is quite a nice finish. So what did you think of that? I really like those IWC watches actually. That really smooth manual wind it had on there, I really like that. So anyway, what did you guys think? As always, I really appreciate any comments you've got. I try and get back to them down below. Or you can contact me via the Facebook group and the Twitter account or the Instagram page as well, which I've just recently set up. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time on the Casual Watch Review channel. Thanks guys, bye.